All right, welcome to the first episode of Becoming. This is a new series that I'm starting, which is my personal pursuit of becoming the best and most desired version of myself in all aspects, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, building my brand, building my vision, and helping and inspiring others to do the same and join the movement of becoming the 5%. I've realized that I haven't really, disclosed much about myself as a person. And I've realized that a personal brand is personal. It's yourself, it's your experiences, it's your past. And, the reason I never really talked about it is because I never wanted to get into my past. I don't like talking about my personal life, my experiences. I don't like talking about any of that stuff. But, I understand that what I'm trying to build involves all of those things I don't want to do. And I also understand that growth is uncomfortable. And this is uncomfortable for me and is effectively growth. And so, with that being said, my name is Zach Lamanis. I am 20 years old from Sydney. And in 2024, end of 2024, I went through the hardest time of my life. Of course, I'm young, so, but I went through a very, very, very hard time. I was alone, isolated, I was lost. I had no vision for my future. I felt like I had no purpose, and I just was lost and just, in a very bad place. I was in a depression. I was in, and, that's why I love to do this, what I'm doing, because I like to use my experiences in life. Of course, like I said, I'm only 20, but for a 20-year-old, I feel I've experienced quite a lot of things. And so the reason why I make these videos and do these things I do is because I like to share what I've learned through my life in the hopes of helping another person who's going through the same, going through similar, or just bettering them. But regardless of that, that brings me to the purpose of my brand, Outsider. I created Outsider back in that time when I was depressed. I was in a horrible state because, I had a vision of outside. I didn't know what it was, but, Outsider stands for the outsiders, people who are different from the rest, people who want more than the average, strive beyond mediocrity. And that is Outsider, that is becoming the 5%. And so this series is, like I said, my personal pursuit of becoming the best version of myself, and in the hopes of inspiring and helping others to do the same. And yeah, so, I understand how it feels to be lost, feel how it has no purpose. I truly believe that becoming the best version of yourself in all aspects is the best thing you can do for yourself. And since that moment in my life, it sparked a desire and a relentless drive to become my personal best version of myself, the most desired version of myself that I can be. And it also sparked the desire, like I said, to help people, because I understand that I'm not the only person in the world who experienced a bad time, hardships. And so if me talking to a camera or making these videos can help another person, then that's my goal. That's what I want to do. And with that being said, going back to, the importance of being your best self, I truly believe that is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. And so this is my personal journey of pursuing my most desired version of myself. I'm not perfect at all. I'm not where I want to be. I'm a long way from where I started, but I'm a long way from where I want to be. And this is the journey. This is me building Outsider, becoming a part of the 5%, and trying to help and inspire others to do the same. And yeah, so, follow along the fucking journey, and don't get left behind. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the first episode of Becoming. Enjoy. Just finished a design on something that I'm thinking of dropping soon for the new collection, the 5% collection. This is pretty much just about being a part of that 5%, the ones who see more for themselves in life, the ones that wake up every day with a purpose. And this reflects that. It's a gym shirt, which obviously relates to it, as, you know, the gym is a part of being that best self, a part of striving towards being better every day, the pursuit of chasing your best version. I'm about to order the sample. A sneak peek. We got the front, the logo in the middle of the chest, and then at the back, I've got this little kind of cool drawing kind of writing at the back with the 5 as the S, because it's the 5% collection. So boom. Yeah, I'm about to order these or get some samples and see how it looks. Hopefully it looks good. And yeah, I'll come back. Well, it might take a bit, but eventually I'll be back with the sample. Yeah. I'm slow. The 6th of August. Almost 12:30 p.m. I'm currently working on the content, ideas, what is going to come from beyond. I haven't posted. This is the first time since I started this that I haven't posted. Over a month straight of posting. And that is not because I, want to not post. It's because I'm really trying to just focus on, getting the best out of my content and thinking about how I can go about it the right way, aligned with what I'm trying to achieve, ideas and that. It's not, I wouldn't call it a rebrand, just like kind of, I have a new collection that's going to drop. This is the start of, this new direction of where I'm taking it. It's called the 5% collection. And it's just, becoming a part of that 5%. And so I'm working on some gym clothes for it. I've got a gym shirt coming. I think I showed that already yesterday or something. So that's coming soon. I'm pretty excited for that. And I've changed my YouTube bio to be more aligned with, but there's if you're bothered to pause it and read it if you want to, otherwise obviously don't. But yeah. So just working on really looking, I might either tomorrow or the next day would be Saturday. I must get back to the content after I've just, taken the time to lock in and focus on what I'm trying to do. And then the content will be back. And yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep these vlogs weekly. I'm going to do a week. And the series is going to be called Becoming. And that stands for, becoming the best version of myself. What I'm striving towards every single day. Achieving my goals. Everything. Physically, financially, business-wise, everything. And yeah, so just follow along. And don't get left behind. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll be back whenever I'm back with more updates. Alright, I just wanted to reiterate what the 5% actually is. Because obviously, now it's becoming a bit more a part of the brand. Like a big part of it. That's kind of what I'm basing everything around, is becoming the 5%. So I just want to reiterate what that is, because I only made a brief video about it, like back when I first started. So to summarize and put it in, my own kind of words, because this is something that an author, Earl Nightingale, talks about. But, to put it in my own words and through my understanding of it, the 5% is the percentage of people in the world who truly understand the fact that they can achieve whatever they want. They understand that you can really forge your own life through what you think about. I've talked about a lot of different stuff in terms of mindset and all those things through my videos, but so I'm not going to get into that. But it's just, the 5% of those who understand they have the ability to achieve what they want to achieve and do it. And so that is the 5%. The 5% is, in my own words, the go-getters, the doers, the ones who aren't like the rest. They're different from the pack, the black sheep. For me personally, I've always seen myself as just different from the rest. That's why the brand is called Outsider. It's about being an outsider. It's different, yourself, not, aligned with everyone else's views and values and, your own person. Different, meant for something more in life. And that's the 5%. 5%, there is no room for mediocrity. It is those who, like I said, understand they can achieve what they want to achieve, and they have that relentless desire to achieve that. And that is the 5%, and that is Outsider. And so yeah, I just wanted to quickly, include that, especially for this first episode of Becoming, just so, everything's established. And yeah, so that's all. Just finished fixing up the bio on my socials, just so it's a bit more, like I said, aligned. I'm not like married to it yet, so could change, but for now I've changed it to this. There we go. Cool. So yeah, just doing all the sort of background noise, all the little details, bios, all that. Like I said, it's the same day. I don't know if you could tell, it's still the same day. It's still the 6th of August, and it's like 30 minutes later from when I picked up the camera before. And yeah, like I said, just planning out content, ideas, all of that. The new drop that will be coming soon, the 5% collection. And hell yeah, I might actually make some changes to the site now that I think of it, and put up maybe a little teaser for what's to come, which is the 5% collection. Hopefully the design comes soon, and yeah, start acting upon this new endeavor of the brand. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll be back whenever, you know how it goes. Yeah. Alright, same day again. Just wanted to update again. Made some changes to the site. It's not many, but just teasing. 5% collection available soon. But the 5%'s always been there. I changed this actually so it just looks a lot cleaner so it all fits on the same page. And then yeah, everything else is still the same, but just teasing what's to come. And yeah, hell yeah, I'm excited for everything that's coming. I'm excited for this new kind of chapter in the brand, because like I've said, it's all learning. I'm new to everything. I've only been doing it for maybe over a bit of a month. I understand that everything's learning. I understand that shit takes time, and yeah, I'm just excited for everything that's coming. And saying goes through all this, I've learned a lot, and I believe that patience is just such an important value. Like I've talked about delayed gratification, I just understand that it's not going to come tomorrow, next week, or next year. But as long as you keep working at it, I truly believe that it will come. And yeah, that's it. That's the update for now. I'll be back whenever I'm back. Yeah. Alright, so obviously, trying new shit, learning this and that, all of that. Look at this, I'm progressing. Look at this shit. I'm doing a voiceover. This is crazy. Anyway, regardless, I thought, instead of putting random music or whatever it is over these things, I thought I'd, talk and just, put random thoughts, whatever it is over this. I thought, I'll try that, see how it goes. But anyway, obviously here, what I do every morning is, so I wake up around 5:30 to 6 a.m. every day. And I believe it's just, it's so beneficial for you to wake up so early in the morning. It just start your day right. Start your day before the sun comes out. Me personally, every time I wake up before the sun's out, I feel so much better about myself, about my day. I'm just ready to go. And so what I do personally is I'll wake up and I'll go straight to, after obviously fixing my bed and opening the blinds, I will go to my desk and journal. First thing in the morning, I write down ideas. I write down, goals, things I want to achieve, everything. And it sets your mind in the right place to start the day. That's business goals, fitness goals, everything. Just what I'm working towards every day, just so I have my day starting with my purpose and knowing what I want to accomplish. And so I'll spend probably I don't know, maybe not long, just as long as it takes to write down all the stuff I need to write down. And then I'll also try to think about ideas for content, brand, whatever it is, just so I can, further benefit what I'm working on. Because especially when you first wake up, you can come up, if you can come up with 20 ideas, okay, not even 20, if you come up with 10 ideas every day, oh shit, I better hurry up, I look finished. But if you can come up with 10 ideas every day, well then, if you do that every day for a week, 7 days, that's 70 ideas. You're bound to have one half decent one. And so, that's what I do. So I do my journaling, and then, as you see now, I go on my laptop. I'll usually, check my notes, because I put all my ideas and stuff on my notes, run over that. I also put down what I need to do for what's to come on my notes, so I look through that stuff. And then sometimes I'll look at the website and just make sure everything's good, everything's smooth and all that. But yeah, I just think there's honestly nothing better than waking up early in the morning and just getting all your shit done. Especially, if you're busy, you have work. Especially, that's why I like to get everything done in the morning. That's why I go to the gym first thing in the morning, just get it all done. It just sets the tone for the day. Even going to the gym that early just sets the tone. And, I truly believe that waking up really early, I used to be someone that I would sleep until 12 p.m., 1 p.m. It was fucking ridiculous, But, obviously as I've grown and as I've lived a little longer, I've realized the importance of getting up early and just, getting the shit done that you need to do. And it's just so good for your mind. Everything to just get up early and get shit done. But yeah, that's it. I'm off. I look finished. So I'm going to wrap this up. Get off your phone. Damn. Anyway, alright, I'm off. Alright, we in the car park at the gym right now. I thought I'd switch it up because the last 4 fucking scenes have been me at home at my desk. So I thought I'd switch that shit up. Pre's still being urged, so yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I always switch around my my thoughts and ideas and shit. But I don't know. I really, really, really do enjoy doing these videos. This is what I enjoy doing the most out of everything, The socials are more just focused and based around, kind of building that brand, building it up. This is just where I can be my most, not saying I'm not authentic and not my real self on socials, but it's just uncut, it's just me talking to a camera, me alone with myself, my thoughts, whatever comes to mind and whatever. So I really love doing this, I can't lie. So I don't know, the idea, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned, it's meant to be, it was going to be a weekly episode called Becoming, and it was just all, me just on becoming the best version of myself, which still, that's the point of this. It's not like I just pointlessly pick up the camera, but this aspect is more the helping aspect, I like me talking to the camera.
the socials will be from now on me documenting my journey, and of course trying to inspire other people to join as well and become the best version of themselves. But you know, it's me building the brand, building the outsider, becoming the 5%. That's that new direction I'm taking with the socials. But the YouTube, I think I want to keep as a separate entity, you know? I fucking love doing this shit, and you know, I might just keep going with what I'm doing, you know? I enjoy doing it, and the goal of these videos, like I've said a million times, is to help people, you know? If they watch it and they get something out of it, well then that's fucking hectic. And I just like being myself in front of the camera, you know? And so with that being said, yeah, I don't know, you know, like I said, I'm sure I'll switch in my mind again in the next hour, but you know, I think I still might do those becoming episodes like every week, but I feel like, you know, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna not post any YouTube videos and then one every week. Is that I think I'll still in between, you know, just post a video here and there. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm probably gonna put this little bit in the first episode of Becoming, and then we'll see how it goes, you know. I'm testing shit out, you know. Like I've said, it's all learning. I'm new to this. I'm growing. Everything I'm doing now, I'm learning. I haven't been, you know, this is all new to me, you know. And so it's all learning, and I understand that things take time, and, you know, so once I get everything set, we're just gonna fucking go hard. And you know, the reason for the absence, I think I've explained this already, but this is the third day. Today, third day? I think pretty sure today's the third day of me not posting or not being on socials at all. And it's fucking killing me because I just want to post. But, you know, short-term pain for long-term gain. And in this aspect, it's because, you know, I'm trying to be very intentional with the direction I'm taking this. And so, you know, that's why I'm just taking these days to just completely lock in and focus on the new, you know, the way I want to go about the content of everything, the way I want to go about getting my message at everything. And so that is why I'm taking so much time and so much effort into thinking about, you know, everything. And so as much as it's fucking, I hate it, I want to just post and post, you know, it's be a lot more beneficial for the brand and for myself long term to just, you know, really think about it. But yeah, with that being said, it's time for the gym. I'm always done my pre, and I need to blast a few more songs. Right now, Portland Drake, of course Drake, is playing. My side girl got a 5S with a screen crack, banger. But yeah, that's it. I'll be back. Okay, we are editing the first episode of Becoming, and this is going to be the last part of it. I want to keep it short because the video is at 18 minutes right now, and the goal of these, I want to keep each video under 20 minutes. So what I think I'm going to do is just, like I said, only be intentional with filming, but I'll film throughout in a period of time. For example, this was 3 days, and once it gets to a point where it's 20 minutes, that's an episode. Every episode will be 20 minutes max. I don't want the episodes to be more than 20 minutes, you know? And so, yeah, I think that's the direction. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Becoming. And I'm not going to set it to a weekly. I'm just going to set it to, like I said, whenever I have 20 minutes of footage ready to post, it's another episode. And so first episode should be out. It's Friday today. I might do it on Sunday or tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, let's fucking go. Becoming episode 1. Hope you enjoyed. I'm off.